How to write a really strong musician bio. Well, I'm going to give you the most powerful technique that I'm aware of today. And I'll also leave you with a little more food for thought at the end. Essentially, there's an old concept in advertising and marketing circles that goes back decades, which goes something like this. When we're trying to sell something, and with our bio, of course, we're trying to sell ourselves, we want to make it not about ourselves, we want to make it about them. So who is them? Well, them in our case is the venues that we're hoping will hire us. And the other, probably the main place where your bio is going to be used is in advertising your performance to attract audience to turn out for the event, right? So the users of your bio are the venues and the audience that we hope to attract. So what we want to do, and this might sound a little counterintuitive, is we want to have those two audiences in mind as we're writing the bio, and we want to make it about them. So we want to start by thinking about what do they need? What does the venue that you're hoping is going to hire you, what do they need from a performer? Do they care about the names of your last 6 albums? Probably not. Do they care about every single person you've ever shared the stage with? That shows that you have some experience with live performance, but that's not really at the heart of what they care about. What does the buyer care about? Well, they care about a happy audience, right? They care about perhaps tickets sold, if it's that kind of event. They care about butts in seats, as we say. They care about, have other people hired this performer? Have audiences reacted positively to this performer? What will I, the venue, get out of having this performer here? So the names of your 6 albums is not something that they really are going to care about. Instead, and another way of saying this, and this also goes back to old advertising and marketing language, is features tell, benefits sell. So in other words, we all have features about our performances. Maybe we've been performing for 20 years, let's say. Maybe we have won 3 awards, local awards or regional awards. Maybe we have a repertoire of however many songs. Those are all features, right? Those are about us. Features are about us. Benefits are about the user, the buyer. So let's take one of those features and turn it into a benefit. The feature of, I've been playing music for 20 years, let's say. Well, that's a feature. The benefit of that to the buyer is that you know exactly what you're doing in front of a live audience. You've made live audiences cry. You've made them happy. Whatever it is that you do, whatever the result of your performance is, that's what the venue cares about, is the result of your performance, not the feature, not the fact that you have been playing for 20 years. They care about what happens when you're there. And of course, we also want to keep potential audience in mind too, because your bio also is going to be used to try to increase attendance to your events. It's going to be used on a Facebook event. It's going to be used potentially in the newspaper to advertise your event, right? So you want to have some things in there to kind of pique the general public's curiosity. Wow, this sounds like something I would enjoy, right? They don't care about the names of your 6 albums either. They want to know what's in it for them. So all of this kind of circles back to this concept of make your bio about the user. Make it about them, not so much about you. So a great exercise you can do, and I've done this many times with people, is just take a piece of paper, draw a dividing line down the middle. On the left-hand side at the top, write features. On the right-hand side, write benefits, right? So the features, you're going to list all the things about your career or about what you do as a performer or what your band does. And so just next to each feature in the benefits column, you want to write, okay, what does the buyer get out of that? What's in it for them? The fact that I've logged 150,000 miles on the road, or who knows what you might be tempted to put in your bio about yourself. But take each one of those features of you and turn it into a benefit for the reader. Now, one more thing I'm going to leave you with is I think it's always a great idea to write a short length, a medium length, and a long length bio. Most people are never going to read the long bio. They're just not. I would have a 50-word maximum short bio. And again, thinking about you need to describe a bit about what you do, but you also need some benefits in there, right? What's the benefit? And so that's your short length bio. That will be the one that probably gets used most of the time. To create a medium length bio from that short bio, it's very simple to just add either some social proof, So in other words, a quote maybe. Social proof being that concept of what other people say about us is much more powerful than what we say about ourselves. So it's the same thing we do when we go to Amazon to buy a new toaster, right? What do? We look at the reviews and see which one is highest rated. We don't read what the company says about themselves. We read the reviews from other actual real people. So if you can throw a quote in there from someone who's booked you before, that's a very powerful addition to your short bio to turn it into a medium bio. And then for a long bio, you can expand more from that, but just keep in mind that that's going to be the one that probably almost nobody uses and most people will not read through, unless it's going to be printed in a program perhaps that they're going to receive when they walk into your performance. That's a great place for a long bio. So I hope that's given you some great new things to think about, and as always, I'm available, so drop a note in the comments and we'll see what's on your mind.